the Faceless Goddess. So powerful, she needed no temples. Picture this. Along the fertile banks of the Tigris and Euphrates, the ancient Sumerians are building massive temples for their gods. They've got towering ziggurats for the god of the heavens, the lord of wisdom, and the queen of war. Every great city has its patron deity, and every deity gets a house worthy of their power. But what if I told you that their most fundamental goddess, the very mother of the universe and the foundation of all life, had no temples at all? This is the story of Kai, the faceless goddess so powerful and all-encompassing that she wasn't worshipped in buildings, but in the very earth beneath her people's feet. It's a story that flips what we think we know about worship on its head, revealing a power too immense to be contained by walls. Part 1. The Cradle of Gods. To get our heads around the mystery of Kai, we first need to travel back more than 6,000 years to Mesopotamia, cradle of civilization. For the Sumerians living there, the world was a chaotic mix of scorching sun, wild floods, and harvests you could never quite predict. To make sense of it all, they imagined a pantheon of gods and goddesses who controlled the forces of nature. These weren't distant, abstract beings. They were hands-on participants in the universe. They built incredible cities like Ur and Uruk, and at the heart of each one, they placed a temple, a physical home where humans and gods could meet. In this world of gods who demanded tribute and temples, one stands apart, not for what she had, but for what she didn't. Her name was Ki, and her name was literally the Sumerian word for earth. Part 2, a universe from water and will forget, let there be light. The Sumerian creation story starts with darkness and water. Before the mountains were raised, before the sky even had a name, there was only the primordial sea, a swirling endless abyss called Namu. From these waters, the first divine forces emerged, locked in a cosmic embrace. And the god of the sky, and his partner Ki, the goddess of the earth. They were inseparable, a single mountain piercing the void, with heaven and earth pressed together as one. Their union was the very engine of creation. Kai was the chief consort of An, and together they represented the harmony of the universe, the essential duality of heaven and earth. From their embrace, the first generation of powerful gods, the Anunnaki, would be born. But for life as we know it to begin, that perfect union had to be broken. Part 3. The Great Separation. The most important child of An and Ki was Enlil, the god of the air, wind, and storms. In a defining moment that was both creative and violent, Enlil forced his parents apart. He shoved his father, An, upward to become the sky, and he held his mother, Kai, down to become the firm ground upon which all life would stand. This great separation wasn't an act of betrayal, it was a cosmic necessity. It created the space between heaven and earth, the atmosphere where life could finally breathe. An took the heavens as his domain, while Kai became the sovereign of the physical world. This wasn't a demotion, it was her destiny. Kai was now the ground of being, the very stage for the epic drama of gods and mortals about to unfold. Part 4, the mother of all life. With the world set in order, Kai's true purpose was revealed. She wasn't just a passive foundation, she was an active, life-giving force. She was the Earth Mother, the source of all living things. Some myths say that after being separated from An, she even took her own son, Enlil, as a consort, and this union helped bring forth the plant and animal life on Earth. Every tree that gave shade, every stalk of barley that fed the cities, and every animal that roamed the plains was seen as a child of Kai. Her fertility was the engine of their civilization. She also gave birth to a pantheon of other deities who governed different parts of creation, making her the divine mother of the powerful Anunnaki gods. She embodied the nurturing, life-sustaining qualities of the earth itself, a symbol of stability, growth, and abundance. Part 5. A goddess of many faces. Now, gods aren't static. As Sumerian civilization evolved, the stories changed with them. Kai's legacy is a bit complex because her identity started to merge with other powerful mother goddesses. The main one was Ninhursag, the Lady of the Mountain. Ninhursag shared so many of Ki's traits: fertility, creation, and a deep connection to the earth, that many scholars believe they were originally the same figure. Ninhursag was a creator of humanity who, with the god of wisdom Enki, was said to have fashioned the first humans from clay. It seems that as Sumerian society got more specialized, different aspects of Kai's immense power were given new names and faces, like Nintur, the queen of the birthing hut. But this doesn't make Ki less important. It just shows her power was so foundational that it branched out, influencing the very DNA of Mesopotamian mythology for centuries. Part 6. The temple was the world. This brings us back to the big question. Why, in a culture obsessed with building temples, was the mother of the universe left without one? While gods like Enlil and the love goddess Inanna had magnificent temple complexes, archaeologists have found no solid evidence of a major cult or temple dedicated only to Kai. The answer is as profound as it is simple. You don't build a house for a goddess who is the house. Kai was the earth itself. Her sanctuary wasn't made of brick and bitumen. It was the rolling hills, the fertile plains, and the life-giving soil. The Sumerians worshipped her, not through organized rituals in a building, but through the very act of living on the land. Every time a farmer planted a seed, they were placing a prayer in her body. Every harvest was a thank you for her generosity. They didn't need to visit a shrine to feel her presence. They felt it beneath their feet with every step. Her worship was likely channeled through reverence for other earth goddesses like Ninhursag, who did have temples, but Ki herself remained a force too vast and fundamental to be locked down in one spot. The whole world was her sacred space. Part 7. Whispers in the clay. Even without grand temples, Kai was far from forgotten. We know her because her name is literally etched into the foundation of Sumerian writing. The cuneiform sign for her name, Kai, is the same symbol used for the word earth. This symbol was even used as a silent marker before the names of places, signifying they were part of the terrestrial world. Her name appears in a small but vital number of Sumerian creation texts, the sacred stories that explained how the cosmos came to be. While scholars debate whether anyone prayed to her for, say, a good harvest, her role as a primordial creator is set in stone, or rather, in clay. She is a quiet but constant presence in their mythology, the silent partner to the sky god, and the unwavering foundation of reality. In a pantheon filled with gods of storms, war, and politics, Kai represents something deeper. She is the quiet, constant, and life-giving force that makes everything else possible. She needed no temples, because the fields were her altars, and the mountains her monuments. She had no defined face because she was everywhere at once, in the clay that formed the first humans, the soil that nourished their crops, and the very ground that held their civilization up. Though her name was eventually absorbed into those of other goddesses, her essence as the primordial Earth Mother endured. Kai's story is a powerful reminder that the most fundamental forces are often the ones we overlook. She teaches us that divinity doesn't always live in grand buildings, but is sometimes right there in the silent, supportive, and ever-present ground beneath our feet. Though her time of worship has passed, the earth she personified is still our home. Exploring these foundational myths helps us uncover the roots of how humanity sees the world. If you enjoyed uncovering the story of this forgotten goddess, Be sure to subscribe and join us for more journeys into ancient mythology. What other faceless or forgotten deities do you think are hiding in history? Let us know in the comments below.